What is up, guys? It's update time. So this morning, Supercell released a tweet this morning of May 17th, I guess, introducing the Friendly Challenge. Read more down at this link. Basically, the Friendly Challenge, as you can see, we'll click on the link, is a way for people to attack one another and their own clan. And you know what? Honestly, face level, I love this. I really do. And I'm going to be positive at first on this update and then kind of show my reservations and extreme reservations, to be honest. But basically, with a friendly challenge, your clanmates can attack one another for practice, competition, or just fun. It will be fun. It will be fun by casuals and for people doing like streamer wars and setting up competitions and things like that. It'll allow a lot more diversity in the game with how people play it, and I think that's great. To issue a friendly challenge, it'll be just like Clash Royale, where you're able to drop a challenge into the chat and then somebody accepts it, and then you attack them basically in a sandbox mode where whatever was in your CC will be the defensive CC of the base you're attacking, and whatever is in the attacker's CC and camps will be used to attack it. And once everything is said and done, it goes back to your screens as if nothing ever happened. You know, no troops were lost, no resources lost, nothing. And honestly, face value, I love it. I really do. It's going to allow us to test new bases when we're practicing. Making new bases for arranged wars and things like that. It'll allow you to practice your skills and work on, like, you know, how will this affect my queen walking? You know, stuff like that. You know. And you know, being able to test out new army compositions, like, hey, will a mass minion work ever? You know, I mean, it'll be very easy to try things like that, and it'll be great for encouraging the meta changes and things like that, which have happened so quickly in the past due to modding, and now, you know, the game would get stale if it didn't happen. So I'm actually very glad it's here, and I can see a lot of fun things happening from it. That being said, hate it. I 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 hate it. If they don't do it right? So I actually tweeted at them this morning when I woke up. I just kind of was like, guys, you know, because it really can completely break war. It basically is enabling a loophole for people to practice their attacks before they go in war. And if they don't do it right, then that's terrible. And you know what? I'm honestly okay if they're trying to change the way that war is done to where you can practice an attack before going in. I don't like that, but I'm fine with that. It's their game, they can do that. But if they are going to do that, they should do it right and just allow, you know, another button on the war map that just says sandbox attack. You know what I mean? Because it takes 30 minutes to an hour for people to do it, and it really becomes a battle of who's willing to spend the most time in the game in order to get the 3 stars. It also adds back in that layer to the fair play community of, you know, when two clans would face each other, you're like, oh, they only won because they had more Town Hall 10 triples. You know, I wonder how many of their attacks were sandbox. And that now becomes a thing again. You know, I wonder how much time they spent in the game. It's the same thing in Clash Royale. When I lose a battle, in the back of my mind, and this is just jealousy, it really is, but because it's there, it exists, I say, I wonder how much money he spent on the game. At least I can feel better about myself because I didn't spend the money. You know what I mean? And it really becomes an issue of if you're not willing to spend, you know, hours and hours and hours practicing, then you have an excuse in the back of your mind, and that's just encouraging jealousy and encouraging, you know, just bad vibes within the community. But like I mentioned, I really like the ability to have challenges. I really think it's going to be great. So, what do they do to fix it? And really, I think there is only one solution. If y'all have watched any of my previous videos about, you know, the competitive matchmaking and things like that, you know, ideas that I've had, you'll realize that I've thought a lot about this, and you know, I've already talked about it in those videos, but really the only way to do it, in my opinion, is to have a 48-hour quarantine on any new base. Otherwise, you know, anything they do, whether it be, you know, you can only do this mode when you're in prep day. You can only do this mode when your clan isn't in war. Anything like that is going to be easily exploitable by having alts. Having alts that aren't in the war, having alts that just sit there for the point of sandboxing attacks will be very much easy and possible if this is a thing, right? If it's the restriction is on that. Really, the only way to do it is to have a 48-hour quarantine on new bases that are put in place. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I do think it'll be fun. You know, I put a new base down, and, you know, it's been doing well. It's been holding up, and somebody's like, well, why don't you just do this to it? I'm like, oh, I don't know. You tell me. Go hit it. Go see if it works. You know, and it'll be good to be able to when you're making new bases, show it without the traps first, and then have somebody attempt to attack it, and then show it with the traps and have somebody attempt to attack it. It really will open the world to fun things for the competitive side, to fun things on the streamer side, and everything else. But like I mentioned in my other ideas videos, you cannot break war. You cannot break war with any new thing that's added, and I think they know that. I really do. I think that this is only a sort of sneak peek. I think that there will be other things coming with this update as well, and more details that are going to come out about it, and it's going to be good. I really do think and hope and pray that it is going to be good, but of course I'm concerned. It is worrisome because it really can break the game and make it go back to an issue of who's willing to spend the most time, and always have that in the back of your head. They only won because of this, and I really just don't want it to do that, right? And I've kind of rambled on a little bit more than I really wanted to. I thought this was going to be a short video, but I do obviously care a lot about the game, and I really just want it to be done right. And I really am also hoping that this is a gateway to arrange matchups, new game styles, hopefully similar to how I've done it in my videos. If not, that's fine. There are a lot of ways to implement it and a lot of ways for it to still be fun, but I just really want a way for the community to be able to make their own stuff without breaking the current state of war. And it's going to be fun for streamer battles. It's going to be fun for things like that. Like I said, if it breaks war, it's a really bad thing. I forgot to mention, we also got 1 gem boost. So yeah, everybody's probably happy about that. It also kind of worries me because when they do stuff like that, it's often to distract you from the big elephant in the room, which is, hey, now it's possible to sandbox in war, essentially. But, I am holding out. I'm holding out hope that they are going to do it right. And more importantly, that if it is done wrong, they'll eventually fix it. And, that might not be worth it. And one thing that I've mentioned to my clan leaders as well, my team, is that if this does come out, I don't want it to be another battle of Fair Plan Mod where it's like we have this community that is committed to not doing it in war, because frankly it's in the game and it's legal. And yeah, there's dirty things in the game as well, like paying people to do your attacks for you, and going to join the enemy's clan and scouting their bases and doing screenshots, and those things will always be dirty, and maybe this will fall in line with that, where it's going to be sort of a dirty thing that's just kind of like expected. But this is such a huge thing that I just don't think that the community is going to be willing to say, if you want to war us, you can never do this. Because frankly, it's really easy to hide. It's just like, closet modding, where it's going to be sort of expected that people are doing it, and you just have to trust the reputation. But, I don't know how it'll turn out for the community, but hopefully Supercell does end up doing it correctly and eventually goes to this esports thing, because I really think they are trying to get to this esports side, and I just hope that they're listening to the community, because it does often feel like they are very much out of touch with what the competitive side wants and what it needs in order for the game to be competitive. But like I said, holding out hope. I'll probably do another video as soon as the update actually drops, whether it be next week or whenever. But for now, yeah, let's stay hopeful, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and yeah, until next time, y'all take care. Peace.